Over the last 5 years, I invested $70,000 into myself through one-to-one and group coaching and mentoring, retreats, courses, events, and books. I'm Kamil Ravin, and in this video, I'll be sharing 7 lessons I learned from investing that $70,000. Be sure to stay around till the end, as the 7th lesson is what makes everything else work. Before I do, let me set some context into how my life changed in those 5 years. At the start of 2020, I was working in the legal field, typical 9 to 5, and extremely unfulfilled. I was still grieving the loss of my father. I used to worry about what people thought of me. I was yet to be in a committed, stable relationship. I felt stuck and like I wasn't really getting the most out of life. Fast forward to present day, I'm living my calling. I run a coaching business that changes lives all over the world. I have the freedom and the flexibility to travel and work wherever I want. I've created the most connected and fulfilling relationships. I'm in the best shape of my life and I feel more like my powerful, vibrant, expressed self than I ever have. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a work in progress and always will be, but all of this did not happen by accident. It happened because I started to make choices that my future self will thank me for. This brings us onto the 7 lessons that I learned. Number 1, cost versus investment. Up until 2020, most of my spending was on things that weren't really going to change my life. So it's no surprise that I wasn't really going anywhere. I used to just spend money on partying, clothes, and other materialistic things that didn't really add much value to my life. As soon as I changed my focus to investing in myself as opposed to meaningless spending, my world started to open up. Number 2, ROI plus ROL. With most investing, people just think of ROI, return on investment, and this is important. With any investing, look at what the calculated and possible return will be on that investment financially. However, ROL is another factor that's often missed. ROL means return on life. Whenever I invested into coaching, I would look at not just the return on investment, but also the return on life. A return on life can be the time you save and get back from making certain changes. It can be the peace of mind and other personal changes such as health and relationships that make life worth living. Number 3, asking for help is strength, not weakness. I used to think it was noble to do things by yourself, and to ask for help was weak or meant something about me. Yet as the great African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I realized that the lone wolf is not something to admire. It eventually starves and dies. The true strength is in the pack. Number 4, growth choices versus safe choices. Often when I made an investment, it felt uncomfortable, especially at the beginning. But I saw this as a sign and a choice which was inviting me to grow, to level up and stop living in the land of comfort where I played it safe. I saw that if I kept prioritizing growth choices rather than safe ones, my life would completely change. Number 5, cost of inaction. This is a big one. Most of us don't really consider what happens if nothing changes because we can be so caught up in our daily lives and routines, running on autopilot, and before you know it, you're on your deathbed thinking, what happened? The cost of inaction is looking at what happens if I don't do something different? What happens if I don't change my life? Looking at that can act as a real wake-up call. Number 6, due diligence. I've had great experiences with the majority of coaches and mentors I've hired and courses that I've done. Yet, I did have some learning curves where I didn't do the due diligence. It is important to only hire someone if you've received real value from your interaction so far and that value has already been making a difference for you. It's also important to speak to others who have worked with them, to learn from their experience and evaluate if just being around this person is going to serve the future that you want to create. We've made it to number 7, and well done for making it this far, as this is what makes everything else I've just shared work. The 7th thing I learned is, it's on you. I used to make the mistake of thinking if I simply made an investment, I was doing the right thing and everything else will now take care of itself. In essence, I thought me investing was the work, but oh, how I was wrong. Investing was just the beginning, and no one was going to do the work for me. It's down to me to commit, to implement, to take action, and make the most of whatever I was investing in. So remember, it always starts with you. You are the one who will create the result from your investment, no one else. So to recap the 7 things: cost versus investment, ROI plus ROL, asking for help is strength, not weakness, growth choices versus safe choices, cost of inaction, due diligence, and it's on you. Please drop a comment sharing what you got from this, and if you found value, give this video a like, subscribe, and check out the video that has popped up on screen, which explores a topic that'll help you to get even more out of any investment that you make. Love you all.